Alright guys, and welcome back to my channel Magic Mama. This is Joni and I am about to make two pies for Thanksgiving tomorrow. They're really simple, so I'm going to show you guys first. Okay, so I've got this Philadelphia cheesecake no bake filling. Okay, and I think it runs about $5 and it's a pound, 8.3 ounces. Okay, and I'll be putting the whole thing of it into this bowl. And then I've got some fancy golden pineapple tidbits, and I've already got like a little cup ready for that, so I'm going to do about a half of a cup. And then I'm going to play with it. If I need to add more of things, then I will. I've got Great Value whipped topping, and this is for the top, but I'm going to put some inside. Forgive you can see it was ventured into. I made a little fruit cup for my little one. And then I've got two of these pies here, and you can see they are the Keebler Ready Crust graham pie crust. And so I've got them, and they came with these lids, and then you can just flip the lid back over, and that can help you to take it on your travels. And then I've got these sliced strawberries with sugar, and I've got mandarin oranges, and I drained them, and then I always rinse them off too. And then I don't want a whole lot of moisture in this because I don't want it to turn runny, so I will be careful to, like, when I do these, I'm going to make sure to take out like just the strawberries and so on and so forth. All right, let's begin. All right guys, so I went ahead and I dumped all of this container into my bowl. Okay, so we're gonna stick that to the side. And then I already went ahead in the cans that I showed you. I took all of the ingredients that I needed, that I think I'm gonna need, and put in the cups. Okay, so I think we're gonna start with, so I did a full cup of mandarin oranges. I don't know if I'm gonna wanna do a full cup of the strawberry because it has that liquid in there. I tried to kind of avoid the liquid. And then this is a half of a cup of pineapple. And so, aren't my little mixing things cute? This was a Pioneer woman set that I got. This is from something else that I got, but in each one of my mixing cup sets, I'd had like a missing cup like that was broke, so I went ahead and bought the Pioneer woman ones. Anyways, okay, so I'm just going to dump that in there, and we're going to see how that does, okay? All right, might have a bit too much mandarin oranges, but, you know, you can always pick a few out. And then, this is, like I said, this is the no bake, and so that's nice. Okay, so here we go. And I know a lot of people would use like a hand mixer, but I thought, well, that'll just be noisy, and I can do this by hand. So let's go ahead and let's see. I'm gonna try to spoon out. Well, we'll just dump it in. You can tell this wasn't pre-rehearsed or anything, but I have made this before, and it's delicious. So, okay. And another thing that I wanted to do, guys, is I had the idea. I've had a cheesecake recipe before where you do a little bit of lemon or lime juice. And another thing you can do in cheesecake, especially if you're baking them, is you can take the little grater and you can do some of the actual peel to the lime or lemon in there, and that's really good. I'm not going to do that on this one. I'm just going to do some of the juice, and I don't want to overwhelm it, so I'm going to do that. I'm just going to do that. Another thing you want to always remember, especially with what we're going through with 2020, is I always wash all of my produce in hot water. I get the wax off of the apples if I don't get organic ones, and then you want to wash these especially before you cut them, or oranges or whatever, because of the germs that could be on the outside of the fruit. Okay, and then I've got my pineapple here, and let's stick this to the side. All right, and then I think we're gonna do the whipped cream in just a second, but I'm gonna kind of eyeball it first and see kind of what I want. I just need enough to fill these two pans, and I want them to be a little bit rounded on the top. And then I think what I might do is take the whipped cream with me and put that on when I get there, since that's more likely to, you know, get too soft. And then I'm gonna decide whether, depending on how the mixture turns out, I'll decide whether, I'm probably gonna put them in the fridge, and then I have to travel with these. So since I'm gonna travel tomorrow, before I leave, I might put them in the freezer for just a small while, and then we'll go from there. All right, guys, so here we go. It's looking pretty good, but it is kind of looking a little thin. But like I said, it's still also gonna set in the fridge and stuff. Okay, so see that? Okay, so I think we're going to put some whipped cream in there and see how that turns out. All right, guys, so that 1 cup of whipped cream was perfect. And then the only other thing that I did was I went ahead, after tasting it, I squeezed a little bit more of this in it, and then that made it perfect. And then I've had problems before in the past trying to hold, I have little hands, and trying to hold these big bowls, and these are kind of some smaller to medium ones. Trying to pour those in there can sometimes be disastrous. So I just took my little ladle, I got this years ago from a little kit of miniature utensils, kitchen utensils, and it came from Big Lots. We don't have one around here anymore, but yeah, this little miniature one, and I just put some in there a little at a time, and then I just smoothed the top. Granted, it's not going to be the smoothest finish because it's got lumpy ingredients in there. Now granted, if you don't want like it to be so lumpy, you could do it in your Ninja or your blender or your KitchenAid. I have a Ninja, and I like it and all, and not to sound lazy, but it's just like, this is a lot easier to clean up than doing all the parts to the Ninja and all of that stuff. So anyways, you guys, I'm not sponsored by anybody. I don't claim to be the best cook or chef or anything like that. My mom claimed I was. She was a chef for many years, and she was a very wonderful cook. But anyhow, here you go, guys. Now remember, tomorrow when I take this, I still have to take the whipped cream and put the whipped cream layer on the top. But here you go. So not the most glamorous, and like I said, it's not going to be the smoothest finish because lumpy ingredients. And you guys, this is just delicious. Now, I pride myself on being a mom on a budget and making things for a very inexpensive amount. Now, granted, this recipe is not the most budget friendly, so it depends on what you're used to spending on pies if you buy them. So if you were to buy like a pie about this size at Walmart or at Lynn's, maybe you'd spend $5 to $7 for like a pumpkin pie or something like that. But a big cheesecake is like, you know, $15 to $20. So then I guess it depends all how you look at it. So a little recap cost-wise, I believe this is $5.98, around $5, $6. You've got the can of pineapple, which would be $1, $1.28. I do believe I paid about $2 for this big size of mandarin oranges, but like, see, I still have some in there, have leftovers. This big thing of sweetened strawberries that I got was, I believe, $3.99, but see, it's 1 pound, 7.2 ounces, and there's still a half of a thing full of strawberries in there. The whipped cream was about $2, and let's see, does that cover everything? Yeah, so we've got, I'll add all this up and I'll have the recipe down below. Oh, and then you've got the pie crusts, that's what I was missing, which were, I think, $1.28 a piece at Walmart. They had another one, like the Great Value brand that I believe was on sale for 88 cents, but it was sold out. All right, guys, thanks for joining me today, and have a happy Thanksgiving. By the way, guys, I just wanted to show you, see how nice when you buy those pie tins, they have these covers. And then, like I said, I'll take the whipped cream with me for tomorrow to put it on before serving, or maybe I'll put it on tomorrow before I chill them. I'll decide. And then don't forget to take a serving thing. This one I like. It's old. I got it at a thrift store years ago, but it cuts and it serves. And then also, don't forget to take the Hostess. I mean, maybe this is more than enough, but it's always nice too. I have a little poinsettia to take her. So we're being invited my daughter and her friends all were gonna do like a Friendsgiving, and then this one kid said, oh, well, let's have it up at my cabin. I'm sorry I don't have my face in this today. I'm not ready yet. But he says, let's have it up at our cabin. My dad passed away, and this is our first year without him, and this would just make a special Thanksgiving. So we were honored to be invited. But anyways, guys, I did do the math after I got off camera, and with the lime and everything, it comes to about $18. But you see how much that's gonna serve. And so I think that was a pretty good price considering it's cheesecake. All right, bye once again. Happy Thanksgiving from my family to yours.